In the last couple of years, cancel culture has become one of the more prominent online trends on social media. It seems like there isn't a week that goes by where someone isn't getting canceled over something they did or said, and for the next 3 to 7 days, they are the epitome of evil. Until the cancel culture mob finds another target, that is. Wrestling Twitter and the IWC as a whole has not been immune to this trend. Owners, promoters, wrestlers, and even fans have all gotten a taste of this new phenomenon. When it comes to the IWC, it seems like it's even more common. Every day, someone, somewhere, says something awful and must be immediately shunned from polite society. I'm not a big fan of cancel culture. Most of the time, I'm not even really sure why the person in question is getting canceled in the first place. I'm a lot less bothered by words on the internet than most in the IWC, so most of the time, I just roll my eyes and go on with my life. I don't usually get too bothered by what people say, instead reserving that offense or outrage when actions are taken that I find to be questionable. Actions like the one taken in today's video, where we look at what happens when one member of the IWC tries to cancel a 9-year-old boy. The IWC, folks! Never a dull moment. So, what is cancel culture exactly? Well, cancel culture refers to the phenomena surrounding the use of the internet slang term cancel to describe the widespread public denouncement of a person on social media, typically used in light of actions that have been deemed problematic. Oh god, not the P word! Prior to the fandom-centric definition, cancel had seen a variety of uses in slang. On Urban Dictionary, for example, an entry submitted all the way back in October of 2003 defines the term as a simple rejection. On January 5th, 2016, MTV included cancel and canceled in a list of slang terms to keep an eye on in the coming year, using the following as an example. Should I swipe right? One of his interests is Nickelback, and the friend responds, cancel. The New York Times pointed to a video by Joanne the Scammer posted in 2016 as an early example of canceled taking on its modern definition, referring to a scene where the title character struggles to use an espresso machine and declares it is canceled. Unfortunately, that video is no longer available on YouTube, and I couldn't find the clip in any of the compilations that are still up. Over the following several years, the term grew to be disliked both as a standalone term and for the culture it represented. Pop Sugar wrote that people should stop using the term in 2017. Reader's Digest did the same at the end of 2018. Again in 2018, after many controversial moments, Kanye West bemoaned that he had been canceled in an interview with the New York Times. That same publication later decried the term as well as cancel culture, which it argued was too quick to turn on a celebrity when they did something their fans didn't agree with. Writer Jonah Engel Bromwich interviewed Lisa Nakamura, a professor at the University of Michigan, who argued cancel culture was born from fans wishing to take matters into their own hands by deplatforming problematic celebrities, citing fans working to deplatform Logan Paul after his infamous Suicide Forest video. The article also cited a video made by the For Harriet channel, which argued that campaigning for someone's indefinite social death did not constitute the justice cancel culture seeks. Effective or not, cancel culture isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Just take a look at the search interest over time for the words cancel and canceled. It gets kind of steep there towards the end, doesn't it? Let's see what happens when someone tries to cancel a 9-year-old boy. This is Liam, a YouTuber with 310 plus subscribers. Liam is a fan of football, wrestling, and Brock Lesnar. A few months back, Liam posted some unfortunate tweets to his old account at Ep.3. Most of the tweets on that account have been wiped from the internet, so finding them was almost impossible, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't show them anyway. I'm not going to go at Liam here for the tweets that he posted. He used some words that he shouldn't have when referencing the LGBTQ plus community, and I'll leave it at that. Liam is 9 years old, and honestly, he shouldn't even be on the platform to begin with. The Twitter terms of service clearly state users must be at least 13 years old to open and maintain an account. I'm not going to hold him to the same standard as I would an adult. If anything, this should serve as a lesson to parents that iPads and social media are terrible babysitters. So now that you have a little context, let's get right into what exactly happened here. This is Twitter user @KabukiBarbie, and as you can see, they aren't a big fan of mine. Kabuki Barbie blocked me when I confronted him, his actual name is Jose, about this situation. To put it mildly, I wasn't a fan of Jose's actions. It's one thing to go after an adult, but you have to be a special kind of scumbag to try and drum up a hate mob to attack a kid. It all started with this tweet right here. Liam had been, how can I say this, provoking wrestling stands earlier in the day, and eventually Jose was in his mentions. As you can see here at the bottom, we have Jose saying, "Boy, shut up and go study." Liam quote tweets him and replies, in all caps, so you know he means it, "We got a salty stan account." Now, I certainly hope you weren't expecting a long series of tweets from Liam to justify Jose's actions, because that's it. That is the catalyst for everything that happens from this point forward. Jose didn't take too kindly to a 9-year-old making him look mildly foolish on Twitter, and so he had to do something about it. And do something about it, he most certainly did. He went out and he used the secret weapon of cancel culture on Liam. Old tweets. Nothing in the world is more devastating to a person's reputation than old tweets. So Jose began his search and eventually found the offensive tweets I mentioned earlier. He then immediately began using them to try and paint a 9-year-old child as a homophobe. I'm going to keep mentioning Liam's age because I think it's very important to remember that as we keep going here. Once those old tweets were brought up again, Liam started getting other stands in his mentions. There was one very big problem here, however. Liam had already addressed these tweets and offered an apology. As you can see, there was a video attached to the tweet. Let's take a look.
Like, you're such an idiot, and I think you are a hypocrite for this, because what did you not show? You did not show my apologies. So, for you, I'm going to show them right now. So, go ahead, use that tweet, because I'm showing the mess-ups and apologies I did. So, that will debunk all of that into one, and you will be gone.
Now, a normal person would have taken the L and walked away, right? Well, turns out Jose isn't a normal person. Jose is a very sad and pathetic human being. His response to a 9-year-old making him look like a complete idiot is honestly insane. Jose went and posted the following tweet. But wait a minute. We've seen this tweet before, but it looked a little different, didn't it? Yes, Jose resorted to photoshopping Liam's original tweet so that it contained a racial slur. Liam immediately responded to this with the following tweet. "Made a fake tweet to try and put me down. Is this what stans have came to?" Liam then followed that up with the following video, which was posted to his Twitter account.
Guess what? I've got the original tweet that you photoshopped. Okay, we're gonna show it to everyone that sees this video. In 3, 2, 1, go!
Once again, Jose had the opportunity to walk away here. He could take the L and pretend like he was walking away with a shred of dignity. Jose didn't do that. No, Jose decided to quote tweet the video with the following. It's not fake. You can delete tweets, but you can't completely erase them from my mentions. Think before you tweet. I don't know, Jose. You might want to take your own advice on this one, bud. Jose then followed that up with the following subtweet. Could you imagine subtweeting a 9-year-old child because he made you look like an idiot on Twitter? Fuck. So I guess little kids can get away from being racist and homophobic just because they're young. Could you imagine being this person and typing that out and thinking it's a good idea to post it? I'm sorry your mother didn't love you enough. By the time that Liam had gotten his video response out, a few other Stan accounts started jumping into the mix with their input, even creating a hashtag for the occasion. Hashtag LiamOverParty. These idiots can't even mimic online trends. All they had to do was take Liam's name and put it in front of is over party. And they couldn't even achieve that. This particular Stan then goes on to call Liam a racist because why not? The very same Stan account with the massively huge IQ really wanted to make an impact here. They were absolutely disgusted by Liam and his horrifically racist tweets, which were photoshopped. This account, though, wanted to make sure that they delivered the kill shot. There's only one slight problem with that. This Stan account is really, really stupid. I'm talking research subject levels of stupid. Take a look. As you can see, they lose points for creativity right off the bat. You couldn't find another tweet the kid responded to? We've already seen the original version of this tweet and the first photoshopped one, and now you're coming at us with this D-grade effort? They also did a terrible job photoshopping this. You see this little line here? That's not supposed to be there. If you compare it to this screenshot of a quote tweet from my account, which I didn't Photoshop, you can see the difference right away. I don't know. Maybe it's because I never really participated in cancel culture, but I just don't understand the lengths that people went here to go at Liam. It all seems really excessive and borderline psychotic. But you know what? Liam has done such a good job defending himself from twiddle dipshit and twiddle dumbass that I think I'm going to let him end this segment for me. Take it away, Liam.
I'm eating pizza right now. But have you noticed something? Check the time and date of everything. And then you know. And then you know. It is photoshopped. You photoshopped that tweet as well, like the other one. You really went that low. So, don't try and go at me for photoshopping tweets. Because that's what you've done in this tweet and everyone can check it. Check the time and date from the other fake tweet. Check it because it is the exact same one as that one and you ain't pulling me down. You ain't putting me down for that because I've never put that and I never will.
I watched this go down as it happened. I honestly couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't imagine what could possibly go through someone's head to justify calling a 9-year-old kid a racist and homophobe. And once I get debunked the first time, fabricate evidence to back up my lies. The sad thing is, this wasn't the first time Jose had tried to do something like this. I know the dude Liam is talking to. He's quite possibly the furthest thing from a racist or homophobe that you'll find on Twitter. Jose just knows the power those words have, and he weaponizes them. Now, while Liam shouldn't have used the offensive language that he did, I also have to call out his parents here for letting him be on social media at such a young age. I'm sure he enjoys being on Twitter and interacting with all of his friends, but the fact remains that Twitter is a cesspool and is absolutely no place for a kid. Liam is still on Twitter to this very day, and as far as I can tell, he's mostly kept himself out of trouble. He seems like a really good kid. He just used a few words he shouldn't have. He made a mistake. He's not some celebrity. He's not a famous YouTuber. Hell, he isn't even an adult. He's a kid, and kids make stupid mistakes. That's kind of their job. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of It's Still Real to Them. Canceling a 9-year-old is definitely not a topic I thought I'd ever cover one day, but I suppose anything can happen in the IWC. If you enjoyed the video and the things that I do here on the channel, and you want to see these videos a little bit early, consider signing up to the Patreon. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.